Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
I'm vengeance.
I have given a name to my pain.
The Batman.
Always waiting for some Batman to save you.
It's simple. We kill the Bat of Gotham. I'm Batman.
And hello, everyone out there in BOF land. Welcome to another episode of the Batman-on-film-com.nerd.podcast. Today we have a very special podcast because there is a Ramey on the podcast. Although it's not the gunslinging Texan. I was able to get Deathstroke out of the ranks of wherever he is now. He's a married man. So I got a very special guest. We're going to break down Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight, new Lego game that came out. I hope you bought it on Xbox Series X because PlayStation's for suckers. That's what I got on Xbox. But let me introduce my guest, Micah Ramey. Mikey and my brother, Micah. Old habits die hard. Micah, how's it going, bro?
If you consider me a brother, and that's why you call me that, I'm
We're
honored.
We're Bat Brothers.
Obviously, Bat Brothers. But what a pleasure to be here today. I am a Ramey, a legacy Ramey, I guess, to fit the game and who I am. But
some would say you're the heir to the BOF throne.
So I've been called that before. I remember when we did that first BOF meetup for the Batman, and I had so many people coming up to me like, "You're the prince of BOF."
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess I am.
Sure.
There's a lot other people that are far more worthy for that role than me, but sure, I'll take it.
All right, so we've been trying to do this for a little bit now. When did this game come out? It came out pretty recently. I want to say May. Yeah, March, April, May. May 22nd. So it's been out for a while. I just beat it last night. I just finished it up. I purchased just a real quick run through. I had a blast playing this game. I thought it was a lot of fun. It didn't take itself too seriously. I thought it focused heavily on the Burton movies, Schumacher movies, the trilogy. The Batman makes an appearance, as does the Snyder era in like suits and everything, but it was mostly, I feel like, Burton, Schumacher, Nolan. Not too much 66 either. So it was interesting to see what they did and what they didn't do. But overall, like story-wise, character-wise, I thought it was a real love letter just to Batman overall, cinematic Batman, probably that early era of cinematic Batman, I guess now you could say, because we're, are into our second shared universe right now. But Michael, what are your like, just your general thoughts overall in the game?
So I had been hankering for a Batman game experience for a while. The last Batman, I guess, game in a way was Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. You don't get to play as Batman, but Batman is in the game. And
I just bought that game for $10 on the Xbox.
That game's dead. It's dead. And it's not very good, and there's a reason why. But I haven't played as we haven't got a chance to play as Batman in quite a while. So when this was announced, I was kind of head over heels. Like, I've been a fan of the Lego games, really all of them, especially the early Lego Batman games. I thought all of them are excellent. And obviously being a Batman fan and being a massive video game fan, like this is kind of like,
this is your wheelhouse.
This is like, like this game it feels like it's made for me. Right. And I loved it. I really loved it. I don't think it does anything to blow anyone necessarily away, but that's not what it's trying to do. What it's trying to do is it's a love letter to, like you mentioned, the Burton movies, Schumacher movies. It's really a love letter to Batman's cinematography journey over the last really 40 years. So for anyone who kind of fits into that range, it's for that person. And if you like any of the Lego games or any of the Batman games, it brings that in as well. It wears its Arkham DNA on its sleeve. It doesn't tell any new story. It doesn't really introduce any new gameplay mechanics. It borrows heavily from everything, but it does it in a way that doesn't feel cheap. It truly feels like it's made by people who love it as much as you. So when you play it, you feel that. And overall, I thoroughly enjoyed playing it. I played the hell out of the game.
As did I.
Okay. Yeah. I became overly obsessed with it.
To the point where I had to stop playing it because I was like, I need a break. Like I at some point I did it, but it was funny because like when I ended up finishing, like I said, I finished it yesterday. I basically ended at Nightwing and Babs, right? Basically like Arkham City, and the games. There's not much more to the game after that. So I played like 95% of the game before like saying I needed a break. So I waited a few months. I ended up Campaign Evolved came out as well, so I played the hell out of that. So that took up a lot of my time. That was like the buffer in between, but I didn't realize how much of I played. What did surprise me was two things. This is so much different than any Lego superhero game I've ever played, whether it's the Avengers or even Jurassic Park, right? Like this is, you mentioned it wears Arkham on its, this is an Arkham game. This is Arkham just Legoized. And I got to say, it was kind of a mind F when I'm playing like Lego Arkham in Ark, like when it makes that turn and it's and the Joker's going through the hallway, and I'm like, this is literally Lego Arkham. Like I'm replaying this again and like because those games are timeless. That was really because if you've ever played any of the Arkham games, the moves, the control. It's the same thing. It's just they're just little chubby square legs. Like some of the animations they did, I think, were phenomenal because, and it makes me think of things that something like Mortal Kombat did. I forget which game, but they did like babalities at one point. Instead of killing people, they turned them into babies. Like there's a point where like Batman is taking down a dude. He whips out like, I don't know, a teddy bear, and this guy gets like frazzles by it, and then he knocks him on the head. So they do the Arkham stuff, but then there's something light and funny in between. And I found that fascinating how it never once was eye-rolly or cringy or over the top. It always felt like it fit. Like you always had a chuckle. Like the jokes about Robin were funny and they made you laugh throughout the game. Like I need an adult to figure this one out. Things like that. Those are the things that really impressed me that I wasn't expecting. And it's like I said, you don't have that Lego. You play more Lego games. That Lego bar thing that you got to fill. Like this is Arkham. This is an Arkham, and it's insane because like I'm like, it's so different than Arkham Knight, but I could see this game constantly being in rotation, constantly being in my library. It's going to pop in every once in a while. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
That's one of the things that surprised me.
I think you captured the game beautifully. If this game was built in a lab, it's essentially, instead of making a new Batman story, let's just pour in all the best moments from the movies. Mm-hmm. Let's pour in, why do we need to reinvent Batman in the video game form when it's already been perfected by Rocksteady and people already know that as well? Like that's, in my generation, like we look at the Rocksteady games on the same level as the Nolan movies. Like I know a lot of people who are just kind of casual video gamers, casual Batman fans, love the Arkham games.
Which the granddaddy to all this is, ironically enough, Batman Begins.
Right. Exactly. And that's a game that's DNA. It's impossible to deny that game's DNA in here as well. There's so many tethers to this game, and that's why it's so like it seems almost silly to say. It's kind of like when the Lego Batman movie came out, and it's obviously this game's inspired by that, where it's combining a lot and it's a celebration of the character. It almost doesn't feel right being like, listen, like Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is it's hard to say that. It'd be a good argument to say that it is one of the greatest celebrations of the character. If you like Batman and you can enjoy him in any medium, especially a video game medium, this is like, now I'm not saying it's the best Batman game ever made, but it is certainly.
I think it's within the conversation.
It's up there. I mean, I don't think it's better than some of the Arkham games, but it doesn't
Arkham Knight
really do anything wrong.
Man.
You know, like it just does everything it does very well, and it honors the character incredibly. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't stop playing it, and like it does have a lot of the it doesn't so it changes a lot of the Lego formula from what you used to. Like most Lego games, you know, it's like level based, and you collect a certain amount of the bits or bricks, so then you get points, whatever, then you unlock stuff, and you are doing a lot of that, but it's simplified a lot, and I think that's what makes the game, in my opinion, a lot better than a other Lego game, where it kind of just feels like those games can almost get redundant, where you're kind of doing the same thing over and over and over, whereas in this game it's kind of, let's streamline a lot of this, let's still do our levels, because you still have your traditional levels in this game, and those to me are my favorite part about the game. The open world is serviceable and I think pretty good, but each level in this game that's designed after a set piece in the movies, I mean, they are some of the best level design I've seen in a Batman game ever.
I agree with you.
They're incredible.
I think the levels are a little bit more fun to play than like the open world. I feel like sometimes the Batmobile is very clunky in the Lego world. But like it also
running people over.
You literally plow through everything. Like it is the Batmobile in this game is an unstoppable force. It doesn't dent.
Right.
It just keeps going and nothing stops it. So there is that aspect of it. But like I find myself gliding around the city a lot more. Whereas in like Arkham Knight, I enjoy the Batmobile. Like I enjoy. I don't really necessarily. I think the motorcycles are how you should maneuver around the city. I think the motorcycles within the game are the way to go. And every character, I believe, except for Gordon, has a cycle or something. I think Batgirl has a scooter. I think she has both. She has the Yvonne cycle and the scooter. I think the two-wheel vehicles are the way to get around the city, but I think the Batmobile is a little clunky. That's like one of the few nitpicks. But I'm with you. The levels are phenomenal. Two things that really stuck out to me was the transition with the Joker, because they didn't pick one. They picked two. They went from Jack to Heath, which I thought was phenomenal, and then Jared was there. Leto made a cameo, so he had his normal. They got their jab in there. That was interesting. That was one of my favorite parts. But I think the level I enjoyed the most for me that was Mr. Freeze. I thought that was the most fun. I thought the fact that they went with Arnold's accent was fun. And they kind of did the same thing with Bane. I even enjoyed when Bane kind of turned green a little bit at some point, because I felt like that had to be a little Batman and Robin love right there. But I thought the Mr. Freeze level was probably my favorite. I enjoyed the Penguin level a lot. Joker stuff obviously is fun. Like the game in general is a blast, but Mr. Freeze really stuck out to me.
Right. The one that comes to mind to me was Falcone's Fishery.
That's
it's like you get all the way to, I think it's through the Iceberg Lounge, and so you start in the Iceberg Lounge and you get into Falcone's Fishery, and it's just it becomes this amusement park where like it's just so stupid that Falcone, like at the end of the day, wants to relax and have fun. So you're going through like this Chuck E. Cheese type area. I don't know. It's just creative, and it's just really, and there's so many Easter eggs. I mean, the Easter eggs in this game are you can't go a minute in this game without seeing a reference to something. I mean, this game is thick with Batman lore and love, and in every aspect. You see stuff in the comics. I saw, I mean, obviously in the movies, even the movies it doesn't want to reference, but I'll just say me as a Schumacher guy. I mean, I grew up, I don't know what it was with my dad, but I feel like we didn't watch 89 and Returns a lot. I don't really know why.
Obviously, 89 is surprising.
That is surprising. But maybe just the Schumacher ones overall are more, I think as a child, you would enjoy those more. They're a lot more obviously goofy.
They lean that way, yeah.
So when I hear that Schumacher theme and the suits, like it gets me. And I really love that this game devotes multiple times throughout the game these long cutscenes and openings and sequences devoted to highlighting moments of the movies. And there's the one in particular, the Schumacher, where Batman does the suit up sequence and has the Batman and Robin. Yeah, the butt shot. I mean, it's just it's Pete, good. You talk about the Lego humor. This game is so funny in the best way. And it's well balanced.
It's very well balanced. Nothing. Yes. Like I said, even the fight, even when you're fighting, like they pull random gadgets out, random things.
Yeah.
Like, and none of it ever feels forced or over the top. It always feels like it hits just that right spot. And
Right.
that's the most amazing part, because I was like, it's so even throughout the whole game. When they do the cutscenes, to when you're playing the game, to when you're in the open world, like it's effortless how much detail's been put in, but how like you can just enjoy every moment of it.
Right. Right. Is there any particular sequence in the game that kind of stands out to you?
I
mean, one of the highlights for me is like the Batman at the early on with the penguin, and he gets him in the Batmobile, and he's walking up and he's stepping on the rubber ducks, and it's just like
there's so many of those, but
there's
it's
many
early on when you're Bruce and you're literally like going through like the whole Batman Begins monk moments. Like those things were fun, and you're like, I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of ready to go from the get-go, and then I was like, oh man, this is taking a while. Like, how much is this? And then you get to the Bat Cave. What I liked a lot was the Bat Cave. The Bat Cave was fun because it's very customizable. And then as you unlock things, you fill out your wardrobe. The suits are really great, and there's a lot of there is a lot of Schumacher love in this game. I think you brought it up. I don't think anything has shown Schumacher as much, love as this game does. I really enjoyed playing as the Batman and Robin Batmobile. That was fun. That's one of my favorite. My two favorite Batmobiles are Batman and Robin, I would say, and the Batman Beyond Batmobile. I enjoy playing as that.
Yeah.
And if I have to play as Gordon, I dress him up as Gordon Batman. Because I think it's just weird seeing Gordon in his cop uniform swinging around the city. So
that's one thing we can get into where it is. It's a Batman game, but he's never alone, right? Like you will always have one other character with Batman, and it starts. I love the way how the game's divided into separate chapters, right? And each chapter focuses on a sidekick, and it focuses on one or two movies. Initially it's like the Batman and a little bit of 89, then it goes like 89 and it returns, and then Schumacher movies.
Get a little bit of extra love in the beginning, yeah.
It did. Then it's like it progresses on. It almost progresses and follows the release dates chronologically of the movies in a way, and kind of ends with The Dark Knight Rises and stuff like that. But I initially, and even still now in a way, it feels weird kind of having a companion constantly with Batman. Like, why is Batman and Gordon, they just instantly become best friends? And
it's just like Gordon's got a grapple gun. He's gliding around the city.
Batman goes through the whole, intro sequence training to become himself. And then he hands Gordon a grapple gun, and he instantly knows exactly he's just as powerful as Batman.
He's also got the gum gun.
he's got the glue gun or whatever it is. But it gives him a reason to exist in a way. He's not just Gordon with Batman gadgets. He fights and does everything the same way, but at least he has, his own gadgets, and like he has a reason to be there to solve puzzles. And I mean, there's 1.5 million puzzles in this game. It really you want to do.
I will say, I like the fact that they gave Puzzler some love. Like it's not Clue Master, whatever the hell his name is.
Clue Master, right?
Yeah. I called him Puzzler. I'm thinking Riddler, Batman Forever. I liked how it's Riddler and Clue Master. Like it's not, they're similar but different enough to the point where it's not boring, right?
Yes.
Like, they're still probably the last thing I do in the game. I'm busy. What was I doing? I just took down 2 ivy plant pods. I was doing that. I still have a couple of those lingering around. But it's cool how they threw another character in there instead of just doubling down on Riddler. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I think they did it. Yeah, there's so many characters. We've mentioned both. Like, they don't just stick to the movies. Like, you have a whole condiment king part of this game, like where he is trying to. There's a lot of detective work done in this game, right? And I can't remember the exact sequence, but I know you're going and investigating like these stolen vehicles or whatever, and you see ketchup and mustard all over the place. And I kind of knew instantly, like, okay, I kind of see where this is going. And I didn't really necessarily expect there to be like a whole boss battle built around Condiment King, but no, there is. And he's like throwing away these one-liners of like, "You'll never catch up to me, Batman."
Yeah, and he does that in Arkham when he becomes one of the released inmates,
right? And it's just, man, the celebration is is undeniable. Who is your favorite character to play as? Obviously, I think Batman's my favorite.
I obviously I rotate between Batman, Robin, Nightwing. Like I'm very
Right? Yeah.
classic when it comes to Batman. Like I love I'll usually wear the Batman '89 suit, the Batman Forever Robin suit, and probably animated series Nightwing. That's usually how I roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like that's kind of like my definitive look there. So that's what I play. And one of the things I didn't like was you don't get Grayson until the very end of the game, and there's actually a lot for him to do in the open world. So you could still have fun with him, but like his time on screen, is pretty much limited to the end with Talia, who I pretty much don't really use. If I do use Talia, she is a curare. I just curare.
Yeah.
I was like, otherwise she just looks like, like a baddie from Instagram. She's just got like these skippy little Lego outfits. Like, this feels weird. I'm gonna dress her like Kudan.
Yeah, Catwoman gets a lot of love in the game.
Catwoman Batman Beyond suit is awesome.
It's awesome.
Going through Shrek's department store, dream come true. Like there were ducks. They nailed that weird architecture and like like vases pop out to me. Like that the way they decorated that set, that was phenomenal. I had so much fun with that. Catwoman was a lot of fun. I dressed her up a lot as Returns. Obviously, that's probably my jam.
Yeah, I think I had her mostly in the Dark Knight Rises or animated series outfits. Which the outfit component to the game is so fun. Batman has so many different versions of himself. It'd be impossible to do this game without having as many outfits as possible. And when you get back to the Batcave a little bit, how wonderfully created it is, the Bat Chamber in the Batcave is just so cool. Once you start collecting those outfits and you see them start popping up, it's so cool. It is so cool. And there's a few original outfits in the game as well.
Like, now that I've kind of beaten the game, I've gotten a few suits. Like, I was surprised when I went back into like the suit chambers. Like, there's a lot of like empty spaces here. Like, is this DLC? Did I just not unlock lock stuff, or like, is there a spot for 2 other vehicles? I was like, what's going on here? Because I was like, man, I'd love to. It'd be really cool but Batman can't swim at all in this game, right? It'd be really cool if we could get some bat boats. I would. Like, I know I'm trying to get this to become like Lego Batman GTA, but it'd be cool to get like a bat boat or like a bat wing or something like that. I don't know if that's legit possible. Like, obviously, just far-fetched dreams, but yeah. Also, I thought the Ivy stuff was a lot of fun. That Ivy level I enjoyed.
Right.
I did like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny. The Batman and Robin. I go back to Batman and Robin because you know what? Like, that movie just doesn't get a lot. It's finally getting some like slack, I feel like, because now it's like, if you want to argue about something, we can just talk about BVS.
Right.
If you want to do that. So like, I really enjoyed all the Schumacher. Like, I did think the Batmobile for Batman Forever, the back fin just gets in the way too much. I think it was too thick.
It's thick.
If you're driving around, if you get underneath one of those railroads, you can't see nothing. It's
not practical, but it looks cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, who doesn't love a nice little neon? But yeah, I'm just trying to think of other things. Well, I don't know. What do you got in your head? You got anything spitballing?
Ultimately, I think you put it beautifully. The Schumacher era gets a lot of love, and it really does. How do you feel they did 89? Because the art museum level is also one of my favorites and really sticks out.
That was good.
I love the collectibles in each level, how they always relate to that film or whatever. And the 5 collectibles in the art museum are these jukeboxes that are playing Prince. And you locate them by listening and look and listening for where the sound is coming from, and you destroy them. It's like, it's like everything ties back into and connects to the celebration of the character. There really doesn't feel like there's anything that's wasted here in this game. It feels streamlined from the Lego games, kind of streamlined, take the highlights of these movies, put it all together, and it is just, that's what's so hard to stop playing, is because it's showing you the best parts of these movies over and over and over again. And it's not really the movie's not really too deep or doing anything that really hits me emotionally, I guess. But it's just I cannot stop laughing.
Yeah, it's a riot from the get go.
Do you remember how in the game how Two-Face becomes Two-Face?
No,
Where
you
he
gotta.
just keeps getting hit over and over again on the left side of his face.
That's
It's
right.
his whole. That's literally his arc. Is that he was saved? He was like in his ambulance. Gordon shuts the door and it like slams on the left side of his face, and then he opens it back up and shuts it on the left side of his face, and then he keeps getting hit over and over. Then he's in the hospital and he keeps getting slapped on the left side. It's a bit. Like everything is a bit in the best
Yeah,
way.
that's the it's a bit. That's the best way to describe it. It's a bit. I really was surprised. Like this game just kind of floored me because I heard of everything they were trying to do, and at first I'm like, Arkham Lego game. That just sounds weird. Like, am I going to get into this? But I have not been this surprised with the game since Batman Begins. Because I remember getting Batman Begins. I think I rented it from Blockbuster before I bought it. Yeah, back in the day. That's how we used to test video games. You used to rent them from Blockbuster. So I believe I rented it out and I enjoyed it so much I eventually bought it. But like movie tying games are always mad sketchy. They were never great. Batman Begins is okay. The Spider-Man game obviously is pretty legendary in itself. But I was just so like floored. Like they nailed everything. There's not one thing. If I have like anything I complain about is just a minor nitpick because I just think it's so well done. I think and because it's essentially an Arkham game, I knew how to play it from the jump. The buttons are all the same. I've said it. I said it earlier in the show. It's crazy how this is just a Lego lens. That's it. It's Arkham through a Lego lens, and it's just fat. It's everything about it's fascinating. It's how they honor the character, how they transfer from Joker to Joker was fascinating because it's also like a plot line through the movie, the game. It's not. It doesn't just jump and happen. It would have been cool to see maybe a Colin Farrell-esque Penguin in there. Yeah. I can't think of anybody like when you get the BVS Batman armor, you're fighting Bane. So even that, in a sense, makes sense for the story.
It does.
It's crazy how much they thought this through in many aspects, from story to gameplay. Like
they had it all set out. They had it all set out for them, right? Like they didn't really do anything necessarily too original, but they tether all of it together in the story where it does make complete sense, and it tells the story of Batman from you mentioned it when he's a child, wearing the gray ghost outfit, falling down through the well.
Oh yeah, they did do that. That's right.
They did everything, and then they you train the League of Shadows, which the League of Shadows area is a great tutorial where it kind of shows you this is how the game is played. Which if you've played the Arkham games, you know how it is, and
they do a nice little twist too. Like Talia's in there from the jump, so it's just
right. She's there from the beginning, and she's your partner, right? And you every sequence of this game, you have a partner. And they devote the chapter to that. Gordon is early on, then you get Catwoman for 1 or 2, and then Robin's introduced, and then Batgirl, and then he becomes Nightwing.
Batgirl plays a big part because of her tech
stuff. She
She
does. She like her tech gadgets. Like it's cool. Like after you unlock each character and you see these locations, like in the open world, where you're like, I don't know how to do this puzzle. Right? Yeah. Like what am I supposed to do with this? And then you realize,
like I said, there's so many Nightwing items within the open world that it's like it's frustrating because you're like, I want to unlock this Wayne chest, but I can't do it because I can't do anything with electricity. And it's you're just waiting till the end of the game. I just unlocked one thing. I'm like, I've been waiting to do this because I just finally got Nightwing.
What did you think about the voice acting throughout the game? I thought it was really well done. I wasn't the biggest fan of Batman, but everyone else I thought did pretty good.
Everyone did. I enjoyed Batman for the Lego aspect of it. I thought it was fine. He doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be as gravelly as Bale or maybe as low tone as Keaton. I thought he kind of teetered the line there pretty well. I thought everyone did a great job. Like I said, I mentioned Mr. Freeze earlier. The guy who did him and Bane, I was like, wow, okay, they really leaned in with the accents, even with Talia a little bit. That was cool too. Nothing really stuck out that I really didn't like. It was cool how the Joker sounded different after he went from Jack to Heath. I don't know if that's the same actor, but I don't have any problem with the voice acting. I thought it was all top notch. I thought they all delivered their lines well. I was rolling laughing through most of the game whenever they spoke. So And I can be very defensive of Robin, and every time they made fun of Robin, I was pretty much on for it. It was pretty funny. Like I get into fights with your old man about Robin all the time, and like, I was all for the jokes.
Robin deserves to exist. I think it's weird. It's strange to deny that. And I love how in this game when they introduce Nightwing, you can still swap into Robin. I thought maybe they would introduce Tim Drake or Jason Todd, and they would be, that new Robin. But no, it's like if you still want to just play as Dick Grayson Robin, you can. And if you want to play as Dick Grayson Nightwing, you can. It just doesn't. It doesn't take the game does not take itself too seriously, and really in any way. The seriousness. The only seriousness in the game is the love and adoration to the character of Batman and all of his subsequent characters, and it's just, man, it's really stayed with me this year. I mean, I've played a decent amount of games this year. I play like James Bond, which is also kind of a similar.
I haven't gotten
IP.
to that, but I hear it's great.
It's phenomenal, and it's a similar IP. Where it's like this has been done a lot, and you kind of when you look at any IP that's been done as many times as Batman or James Bond, you always kind of go in like, are they going to be able to do this right? And especially like, you look at something new in the world of Batman and you kind of view it differently, maybe initially, then over time you start seeing it differently. But for this product, like this is the target, the objective of this is to be a celebration and acknowledgement of everything Batman's been. And that's a huge task. And really, when you put it in that perspective, it's even more incredible that they were able to accomplish this. Because I mean, TT Games has been around for a while. They have made a lot of competent video games, but I've never really, from my understanding, like I wouldn't consider them, or I don't think anyone really consider them like an expert level developer. But based on my opinion and a lot of other people's opinion as well, like this is the best game they've made. I'm curious.
Is that what people are saying?
Yeah, it's kind of going into is like this is like by far like the biggest jump they've made because they did the Skywalker saga 2 years ago, I believe, which was kind of the same idea. Like we're gonna take all of the Star Wars movies, compile them together, and make it one game. And it does feel like a big jump in like combat and gameplay and things like that, but not on this level. But I think they did get a lot of help because we've mentioned the Arkham games a lot, but it's equally a celebration of those games as well. Like, I mean,
they totally get their time to shine. They definitely honor.
Yeah, they should. They do. And one of my favorite Batman suits in the game, honestly, is the Arkham Asylum suit. I mean, that's one of my favorite Batman suits ever.
I think the cowl looks too much like a Kelly Jones cowl. Like, it's got those big ears. I think it looks a little weird. I think it looks a little funky in Lego form. It looks funky, but it's Lego, so it's to me, it's like. This is goofy, but perfect. I love it. And one thing that's just, I'm kind of going over the place, but another sequence in the game that, man, I really just made me grin from year to year was the recreated animated series intro that they did in the game. It's just, everything just hits the right spot.
Everything does it not have everything hit the right spot. And I love how throughout the game, I don't know, I'm sure you noticed this, but the game would naturally, depending on the chapter and the villains and the co-op companions Batman had, his suits would change over time. Like whenever you got into the 89, the 89 era, he'd be wearing the suit. Joker would be wearing that outfit. Catwoman would be wearing the Michelle Pfeiffer outfit, this, that, or whatever. The suits and the Batmobiles and vehicles evolve over the game. But little touches like the bat signal changes over the course of the game.
I noticed that the other day when I got to like the rises portion of the game. They had the Nolan bat signal.
Right, and it's like, man, this is everything. Like really, this is a game where you wouldn't. I mean, for a Lego game, if you slow down and really take in these environments that they're making, especially the handcrafted levels, they do like it's like everywhere. Like the attention to detail is all over the place. And they take that so seriously. While everything else, obviously, like the humor, like isn't taken seriously at all in the best way. Like I don't know if you noticed, but if you spend time in the Batcave, you'll get like phone calls from like random Batman from Bane.
I love getting phone. Bane will prank call the Batman.
Bane will prank call you, and it's just, man, it's what a delight to play. And I'm actually I've been playing through Arkham Origins recently. I actually just beat the game today. I just haven't played it in forever, and
what are you playing on?
I was playing it on PC.
Okay.
Just to get a feel of like, okay, what does an Arkham game feel like to play? It's been so long, and I haven't played Origins since it came out.
How
But
old were you when Origins came out?
how was I when Origins? It came out in 13. I
Makes
was.
sense. Yeah.
How was I in 20? I cannot do math. I was 16. 16 or
Wow.
17.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was in
So
high
you were
school.
yeah. Well, you were like perfect age for it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't like miss out. I wasn't sure if that was something that you didn't get the chance to play in real time. Like I'm trying to think. Like I went
No,
back and like I've gone back and played like Batman Forever and Batman Returns. Like
right.
those games are great on like Genesis.
Yeah.
So
Let's
like
talk about that a little bit. So, like, where does your Batman game, where does your Batman game journey start? Because for me, it really is the arc. Batman Begins
for
in
me,
05.
I mean,
Arkham game.
it's Batman Forever. It took me a while to play Batman Returns. I didn't play it as a kid, unfortunately.
Is
But
this
I
on
was able.
PS1?
No, this is on Sega Genesis. So we're talking.
Wow.
So Batman
Wow.
Forever came out in 1995. So I believe the game came out probably around the same time. So that was the first Batman video game I ever played, and it's notoriously
Wow.
difficult. It's not easy to play.
Yeah.
I've played those. I've never played Batman and Robin for PlayStation 1, which I believe was an open world esque Batman game. You could drive the Batmobile and do certain things. My first real, let's say, modern Batman game was Batman Begins, probably, if I had to guess, because I didn't play like for some reason, I missed out on like Rise of Shinzu, and there was another Batman game, I
Vengeance.
think Batman Vengeance. I missed out on those on Xbox for whatever reason. I don't know why, but like I said, I was able to get my hands on Begins, and I play that. And then obviously when the Arkham Asylum came out, I didn't buy Arkham Asylum at the beginning. I waited because I wasn't positive it was going to be good.
Right.
Because I think if I'm not mistaken, I ended up playing Dark Tomorrow in college and not like hating it because the controls are so difficult.
Right.
So by the time like Arkham Asylum came out, I was kind of weary. And then, it got great reviews. And I saw on Facebook, like a buddy of mine got it. And he was telling me, he was like, oh, I love it. I was like, okay, so this guy's raving about it. Let me go check it out. And I was floored with that. So, the Arkham games, and I think Arkham City what's the one in the winter? Is it Origins?
That's Origins.
Yeah, I think Origins gets a bad rap. I love Origins. I don't know what the problem is.
It
I
does.
don't think there's one bad Arkham game. I think Arkham
There's
Knight
not.
tops them all. I think it holds up so well to this day. I played on the Series X. I don't know what you played on, but the Series X, it's beautiful. And the game came out like what, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that.
Came out 12 years ago.
Yeah, like it's crazy how well it looks. The Batmobile drives great. Like the fighting's great. That game will always hold up. But I do think that this Lego game is up there. Like, it's not Arkham Knight because I like kind of like like, for lack of a better term, the realism of Arkham Knight.
Right.
Like, it's supposed to be like, they're supposed to look like people, right? I dig that, and I appreciate that. It's almost like live action in a way. But like, this has got to. I feel like this has got to be in my top 5.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's because of everything that it has in it. Like, again, it includes a lot of Schumacher stuff, which I don't get anywhere else. Like, even the two Batmobiles are huge because Arkham Knight, we didn't get them. We got BVS, we got 66, we got a Tumbler, we got 89. I'm trying to think of live action movies or live action content. Like, there's stuff that I can only play as in this game. And even in Arkham Knight, like, Robin's not around. I love Batman and Robin. Like, I'm a huge Batman and Robin fan. Like, that's my I love the dynamic duo. Like, I will not shy away from that. I can't express how much I love Batman and Robin together fighting crime, and I get that here. I don't get that anywhere else.
That is an excellent point, Pete, that I never really even thought about. This game is it really, I know it's in a Lego form and it's not realistic or whatever, but you got to get over that because it is the ultimate fulfillment of Batman and him being with all of his sidekicks. I mean, he does. I mean, Batman is, his sidekicks are a part of him, right?
Tell that's your father.
I know it can both. You can have Batman by himself. You can have Batman with his sidekicks. Like, it works. There's a reason why, like, him and Gordon are together. There's a reason why him and Catwoman work together. And like they do in those movies, they just don't like acknowledge him as direct sidekicks, but they are in a way. And man, that is such a good point. It really is like you do get your Batman and Robin fix. You get your Batman and Nightwing fix.
Yeah.
If you're crazy and you want Batman and Talia together or whatever, like you get that. You get all of it. And yeah, I mean that's an excellent way to put it. My Batman game journey. I mean, it started with I remember playing Batman Vengeance on the PlayStation 2. That's kind of my first initial memory. But really, Batman's game history goes all. I did a little bit of research before I made my video about it, and
Purple Batman, I think, for NES.
Yeah, Batman for NES is like regarded, like by Sunsoft, is regarded as like one of the best NES games. Like it's not just a licensed game; like it's regarded as this is a really excellently made game. So we've talked a lot about Batman's movie, legacy, and a little bit of the Arkham games, but really, like Batman has been a staple of so many different forms of entertainment, including video games, for a long time.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it really ultimately like reaches like S tier levels with the Arkham series, where it's like, oh, this isn't just a good, Batman or a licensed game. Like this is a great video game. And it only really goes up to there, in my opinion. Arkham City is my favorite personally. But I mean, there's never been a bad Arkham game. And playing through Origins recently, it's super underrated. It's very, very, very good.
Before this, my brother got me a Switch 2 for my birthday. So I went on Amazon and I bought the Arkham trilogy for like $25. So I'm replaying Arkham Asylum on Switch because that's my like, oh well, it's different now because it's a new console and it's like so years old. So that's my excuse. So that's what I'm also replaying. So it's just the Batman video game legacy is very interesting because, like you said, the Sunsoft game is very highly regarded. And like earlier, I mentioned the Batman. Dude, look up Batman Forever. It is you need a 6-button controller, and not everyone had one. The button combos are so hard because if you didn't have the 6-button, it was only 3. At least for Genesis, I can't speak for Super Nintendo, but dude, it's notorious. Like all those games from like 95 to like 98, they were so hard. Like,
right.
And giving the kids to play. I can't believe. Don't ever question why millennials broke their controllers when they were older, because they were so frustrated as kids. Because now they were like, "All right, I can buy a new one," but like it's just
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was still the early days of games where they were trying to figure out what's the best way to make this controller? What are the best inputs that make the most sense? Like
in Batman Returns, dude, fighting Catwoman, like the second level is one of the most frustrating experiences of my life.
Imagine. I can only imagine. Yeah.
He's got this whip.
Yeah, it's like you can trace that DNA all the way into Legacy of the Dark Knight, where we kind of have gotten to a point with the Arkham games where we understand how Batman works as a character. And if you look at looking at the rest of the video game industry, like those new Spider-Man games, they wouldn't exist in the way they do now without the Arkham games. And there's so many other games, third-person action games that have literally ripped Arkham Asylum's combat. Like this combat system is revolutionary.
I feel like a lot of games have done that.
Oh, they absolutely have. And that's what's so like crazy about Batman is that I don't know what it is exactly about him. Like obviously I think he's, more grounded character and relatable. Like he's easier to relate to on the big screen. He's easier to relate to like when you're reading a comic book, and then designing him as a video game character. Like he's limited, but that's the reason why he works so well in a game where, he can bring a lot of challenge to a game, a game requires challenge ultimately to have some level of fun. Right. And it's really a testament because, obviously when Batman was created, video games weren't a thing. Right. And it's just,
dude,
it's so,
no way they had any idea.
like not even the infancy of a game. And it's
were Legos around when
they had, I
don't even know.
Action figures, but it's like, it's cool how Batman, he works in every form. He started off, comics, movies, action figures, and then action figures into Legos, and then taking that and putting it into a game. And that's ultimately what this game feels like. It feels like a culmination of all of these things together in the best way. And it's made by people who feel the exact same way as you. And if you have any love at all for Batman in any way, it is, I promise you, it's impossible to play this game and not smile constantly.
Did you ever play Dark Tomorrow for the GameCube?
I never played Dark Tomorrow for the GameCube, but I've heard I've heard it's bad.
I'd love to hear, because I talk about Haas. Me and Haas, I can't get past Black Mask. First of all, I can't see him. He's like
It's like a beat 'em up
hiding.
kind of game, right?
Kinda, it is, but he's shooting
that
with a
Sun
gun.
Tzu?
Yeah, I mean, but I can't see him. It's like so dark. I'd love to hear your take on it, because it's the mechanics of that game are so interesting. The first level
Right.
alone is like It's like, you know how people talk about like the first level of GoldenEye,
Right.
and it's like such high praise. This is the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite of that. It's that frustrating. Like figuring out how to jump on these buildings. It took me like 15 years to figure it out.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is like a beat 'em up in a way. Yeah, okay. I've seen
it's
footage and video reviews of this game, and always been interested in playing it just as a Batman fan.
As a video game fan, it's fascinating to play.
Right.
It really is. I got some surprise video games that I thought of that were always fun for me based on superheroes. The Aquaman game for Xbox is a blast to play. I still play it to this day. I think it's so much fun. And Green Lantern: Rise of the Manhunters.
It's a great game.
That game is so underrated. It's a movie. It might be the greatest movie tie-in video game for a superhero ever.
It's really good.
You know,
It's
and
actually really good.
Batman Begins is essentially Batman Begins. I guess it is a tie-in, but like this is like addition to the story. It's probably second to only Batman Begins. Then I'll give Begins over it, but it's absolutely phenomenal. So like I love those two games based on superheroes. Another frustrating one is Man of Steel for the Xbox.
Oh, I played the hell out of that game.
Dude, that game frustrates the hell out of me. I would rather play Superman
Returns.
Returns.
Did they make a Man of Steel game, or are you just saying Superman Returns?
No, they made. I believe it's called Superman. I think it's called Man of Steel or Superman Man of Steel for Xbox. And no, I love Superman Returns.
Yes, I'm thinking of Superman Returns. I played the hell out of that game because that's like really the last Superman game we've gotten besides like the Injustice games.
So. Yeah, it's called Superman Man of Steel. That game is beyond frustrating for me.
I bet Superman. I mean, that's the point with Batman is that he's a much easier to design as a video game character. Where Superman, like, you have to account for so many things. Like he can do everything, and then you have to be able to make him vulnerable in some type of way. He's just hard to design.
Yeah, I mean, they're nailing these Spider-Man games. I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't play them, but everyone loves them. They're supposed to be great, and obviously heavily influenced by Arkham. Like it's pretty much taking like Arkham fighting to the next level from what I understood.
Yeah, it is Arkham Combat. Like they didn't try to reinvent the wheel at all. It's Arkham Combat. It's more like dodging rather than like countering attacks.
I'm sure,
but
which fits Spider-Man to. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's still Spider-Man and it's still unique in a way. But I'm telling you, man, like those Arkham games, like they are incredibly revolutionary. I mean, just what 89 did to superhero movies, right? Arkham did it in the same way.
Arkham's legendary.
Not just for like comic book games, but like for like licensed properties. Because like for the longest time, like you mentioned it, like you'd see like a movie tie-in game or whatever, and you're like, oh, this probably sucks. Like that's just like because they tried to make the game quick and just get it out with a movie, and kids will buy it, parents will buy it for Christmas.
Toy Story for Genesis. Very difficult.
Yeah. It didn't matter. It didn't matter the quality. It just had to be ready to go for Christmas, right? Or summer or whenever the movie came out. And, you know, Arkham broke through that. And Batman's done it in so many different ways. He's really paved the way in so many different forms of entertainment.
There's a Logan game, a Wolverine game coming out. You know,
it comes out next month.
Yeah. You know, that's huge for comic book characters. Like I hope it does well. I believe it's PlayStation only, but
God, we need another Batman game, Pete.
The Wonder Woman game that was supposed to come out just got canceled. That's a bummer. Right. You know, I know Suicide Squad, as you mentioned, got horrible reviews. Like no one likes it. I bought it. I haven't played it too much, so I can't really judge it. It seems okay to me. But
I'll buy it and we'll play it together. How about that? I'm down to play it.
You can do that. That's fine. I'm down. I need something to play now that I'm done with Lego Batman. Right now the story mode's over. I got to play something. I won't be playing as hardcore as I was. I love story modes, but like Suicide Squad is not. You know, it didn't light a fire under anyone, and you know, I don't know if you know this, but there was a movie tie-in for Dark Knight that got canceled.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
there's leaked.
There's some. I know Ullman did some voiceover work. He recorded some VO work for that game.
It was made by I think it was made by by Monolith, the people who
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and
just
they
watched a
got.
YouTube video on it. It was great.
I think I probably watched the same one as you. It's so I see finally seeing the blueprints of that. Like, what would this have been? If it would have
Yeah,
came out.
because it's supposed to be in that universe, almost kind of. But apparently Nolan gave it the axe, and that's kind of what. And then they favored Arkham over it, which kind of
Yeah,
sucks because I was like, man, it's crazy how I guess they were just competing against each other, and
right.
But how can you complain because we got Arkham out of it?
You
Like
can't. Like, yeah,
I would have loved to seen this,
right.
especially because I thought the Batman Begins video game is so good. If you've never played that, you
It
really should.
really
I
is
think
great.
those Batmobile levels are legendary. So
Yeah, and I mean, it's just there's a lot of cool mechanics in that Batman Begins game you don't see in the Arkham games. That's interesting, and you can tell
Fear.
the fear
great.
mechanics.
Like,
and
that
they
inspired
really,
in Arkham too. But
you can see where Rocksteady took elements of that and kind of evolved them. But man, I was really hoping for the Arkham series. Just a Batman Beyond seemed like the next logical point to go, but
I wouldn't
don't
mind
know.
that. That'd be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind a new Batman game from a new developer and to do something different and not just be Arkham combat again. Like I wouldn't mind something.
I kind of
new.
felt that way until this. Like I was like, I just kind of want something new. I get just recent, right? Like everything seems like it's been out for at least a decade. It's been a while. So this really kind of scratched an itch that I had, and I appreciate it. I do. One thing I do wish I could do. I wish I could play as like Nightwing and Robin simultaneously.
Right? Yeah, that'd be cool. Huh?
Something like that. Maybe I don't know if that's like a patch they could fix it or somehow. I don't know online, or if it's a DLC thing. But there's not many complaints I have for this game compared to others. Like it's crazy. What version did you buy? I ended up getting the deluxe edition.
I just bought the standard edition on PS5.
I got I think it came with like some cool extra bat suits that I didn't have to worry about. So
cool.
I was like, all right, it was like $10, whatever. I don't think it was that much. I forget how much extra it was, but I don't know. I felt like it was worth it. Yeah. I don't know. This game, man, it was just so much fun. It's crazy. Did you ever play DC Supervillains?
I never played DC Supervillains.
That one's fun too.
Yeah,
it's your standard Lego game.
There's a standard you're getting with a Lego game. Like they're not bad. They're never bad. There's some that I think that are better than others, but
do they talk in any other ones? Like I feel like the Batman ones, they don't talk at all.
So they started talking in like I think Lego Batman 3 or 2.
Okay.
They started talking.
I played 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah, that's like when they introduced like more of it became more of like DC. It became more the Justice League rather than Lego Batman. Like Lego Batman 3 is a Justice League game. And the second one is as well. But I can't remember which one they begin to start talking. And some of the Marvel games they talk. And
you just they talk in Jurassic World.
I don't know.
They do.
I don't know. I'm imagine that's one of their next games they do is compiling all the Jurassic Park stuff together into one game.
Yeah, I mean they already did. They had that. I don't know. There's more movies now. Those movies suck though.
Yeah,
the new movies are so bad. That's the one time I'll get on my soapbox. But man, this thing I will say this thing exceeded expectations.
For sure.
I'm thoroughly shocked. I'm thoroughly surprised. I'm a happy customer. I don't regret anything. The cover looks great. I mean, honestly, I love the gold tints with the deluxe edition.
Yep. Yeah. When they announced the game, I think they announced it just like earlier this year. Like I want to say the game got announced this year, then released a few months later, which is the ideal scenario. Like here it is, and also it comes out in a few months. Like I
was like, I want this. Oh, it's coming out. Here we go.
I think it may have been late last year at the latest, but yeah, I'm ultimately Pete. There's really not much negative to say about this game, and if I really want to nitpick this product is that it doesn't really do anything original, but that's also not. They weren't trying to do anything new. Like their goal was we're gonna look through all of Batman's movies, we're gonna pick out the best moments, we're gonna celebrate that, and we're gonna take instead of trying to reinvent a new way to play as Batman, we're just gonna take that from the Arkham games and we're gonna compile all that together and celebrate Batman. And we love Batman as much as you, and you feel that when you play it. So I don't if you're a Batman fan and you haven't played it yet, you got to. You owe it to yourself to play it. I promise you, you will enjoy it. I can't find a way where you won't. I just it is a joy to play.
You know, I can't find anything wrong with that. I agree with you 100%. It's just that's it. You summed it up. We've raved about this game for an hour. Before we sign off, I want to ask you one thing, and it's not about the game. How do you feel about PlayStation going all digital? How do you feel?
You know, what's funny? When you were showing me the physical game, it kind of hurt me a little bit because so as a PlayStation guy, like there were rumors circulating like last year that they were going to do that, and then that the handheld. So there's rumors that when the PS6 comes out, it'll be the PS6 plus a handheld, and I want that handheld bad. But obviously, like I've been a physical gamer my whole life.
You have a Portal?
Like, I have the Portal, and I actually use during football season. I use the Portal a decent amount where I can watch football and then play on the Portal. Yeah, it's like when it's ever like I put on Red Zone and play games and watch. It's amazing. But I'm like thinking, well, if they release a handheld, how am I going to put my disc in there? Like that's just not going to work. So earlier this year, I decided, okay, I guess I'm going to go digital, all digital. So
you bought an all digital console?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm going to on PS. Well, I still have the, I have a PlayStation 5 Pro that I bought, and then I bought the disc attachment because I was still buying disc. So I bought Resident Evil 9 in February on disc, and that was the last game I bought on disc. I'm not gonna buy anything else on disc, which it hurts me to do that, but if I'm not gonna be able to play them on a handheld, it's just kind of like a waste of money for me in a way. But
interesting that they wouldn't find a way to put it. I guess they're. I know
it's
that's how they're going to charge you $1,500, right?
Right. They want to corner the market so that way they can charge you whatever they want.
Yeah.
And I'm I can complain about it, but I'm contributing to that. But it's like I don't know. They kind of made it difficult to just keep buying it physically, where they're not going to do it anymore. And now they're not doing it anymore. So it's like, what's the point? Why am I even doing it? It just sucks to take that away from people. I wish they would at least still sell them, like at least on PlayStation's website. Like just make a few of them, like make X amount of them, then just sell them.
That's what they did with the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. You could only buy for Xbox. You could only buy a physical copy via the Atari website.
Right. Yeah. Just make it direct. Like just sell physical copies direct, but they don't want to have to spend money doing that anymore. And the majority of people
there's something about holding this case, man. Like I like having the case. I don't know.
I still have all the Arkham games like physically. Like it is like
used to have manuals. Remember manuals?
Yes, bro. Tell me about it.
Dude, GTA used to get a map. They used to give you a map of the city in GTA.
It was a part of the experience.
Now you don't even get now they won't even give you the disc. If you buy it physically, it's a digital.
That's code. Also my point with physical media is that like Blu-ray there hasn't been a new Blu-ray or a new whatever to kind of compensate for how large these games are. So like when you buy like Red Dead 2, it comes with I think it came 2 discs or 3 discs. I think it was 3 discs.
No, 2.
Maybe just 2, but it's like multiple. Some of these games, when I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, like it came with 2 discs, and it's like, and then some of these games you buy like GTA 6, like you mentioned. No, it's not even going to launch with a disc. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what are you buying?
Me personally, and I say this also all the time. Like I was really good. Like I was like, oh, cool, Xbox One. Like these graphics are great. I appreciate. I don't need to see Giancarlo Stanton sweating in the show. Like I just don't. He can look like a video game version of his physical self, and that's totally acceptable and fine. And it's a video game, and I'm fine with that. Like at some point, like I don't need all this extra it's like you want to tell me graphics are so far advanced. It was like you don't like playing a good story.
Right.
Like I was fine. Combat Evolved had no texture before the Unreal Engine, right? So like I was fine with that. I just at some point they have to. Call of Duty should not be 400 gigs. It doesn't need to be.
We're missing the forest for the trees. We've gotten to a point where
it makes no sense.
They're too big. Games are too big. They're too
for no reason.
Yeah, and they take too long to make, and they're so expensive, and it's like, do I really need to see the peach fuzz on the character's face? Right?
Like, no, I don't.
there's a point, there's a limit to this where it's like,
And dude, I grew up playing
what's the
GoldenEye.
return?
Like that was fine for me.
Right.
Like if you've
Like,
seen,
dude, I'm playing Arkham Origins now, and I feel like I'm really starting to appreciate how games looked even back then more. Where, like, obviously Arkham Knight looks better than Origins, and it's Arkham Knight's still 12 years old. But I played
dude,
Origins.
Arkham Knight looks better than Suicide Squad.
It
The
definitely
side by
does.
sides are insane.
And when I play Arkham Origins, I'm like, and this is a PS3 game, Xbox 360 game. It still holds up so well. And obviously, I'm playing it on PC, so it's kind of scaled up. But
can you not play that game on your PS5? Is it not backwards compatible?
No, it's not. That's one good thing about
fucking
Xbox.
ridiculous.
It's nice,
It's
but you
absolutely
can't.
ridiculous.
Yeah, so but it still holds up so well, and even Arkham Asylum, like the original Arkham Asylum, like holds up well. And it's like, I don't know, what the amount of time and money we're spending on games to get them to look so great. Like, what are we really getting? Like, are we?
I'm with you.
We're not really getting. It doesn't make me enjoy it really more. It's like the question. I mean, you brought it up. Like, is it fun? Like, am I having fun?
Am I enjoying it?
Is the story good? Like, it doesn't need to be. I mean,
Like,
I think GTA 6 will be a game where you're like, okay, this is
I think
a little
I'm skipping
extreme.
it. I'm skipping it. I'm putting my foot down. They're not doing physical. I'm not going to buy it. How's that?
That's the only thing that matters.
It's capitalism, baby. I don't have to buy it.
Right.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Pete, you're the only one who gets it. All these people who are bitching about it, they're going to buy it anyway.
If I don't, it's fine. But like, if enough people say we're not buying this, we speak with our wallets, they'll change.
That's the only way.
Because money talks. If I don't give you my money, you're going to change because you want my money.
So PlayStation's, they have all these people, right? Like, saying that they're going to not buy the new PlayStation, not going to buy new games, cancel subscriptions. After announcing after announcing that they were going digital, their profits went up.
It's crazy.
So it's like, it doesn't matter. They don't care. Like, unless the profits go down, they're not going to change. And you totally get it.
When Xbox was talking about it, I said I will switch over to Nintendo real fast. Nintendo has cartridges. They brought back cartridges. So like, I'm sorry. Like,
they're going to be the last one to do that, I imagine.
Probably. But when they were talking, now Xbox is talking about disc drive and disc to digital, whatever. But we'll see what they do. But if I can't put in a disc in my console and play it, I won't buy it. Like that, to me, that's not a video game console.
You might be out of here in 5 years.
I guess so.
If that, you might be done.
But also, like, how can I afford this? Like, if they're going to the next
right.
Project Helix, how much is that going to cost? Is that going to cost me $1,200, $1,500?
Yes, it will.
So,
but you know what's fine, Pete? You have so many games that already exist right now. That
my library's insane. I got
play all of them. If you try to play all the games in your backlog, you would never be able to do it.
No.
There's enough games that have already been made. So if you don't want to play anything new, you're fine.
Dude, that doesn't even count the emulator. That doesn't count the emulator with the Batman Forever arcade game and every game on PlayStation 1. And, I still have my Genesis in the basement. I still pop in Sonic 2 and play it. Like it's 1993. Yeah, I got no problem.
I'm kind of feeling that now. Or like I just recently played a PS3 game called Infamous. And then I'm playing Arkham Origins, and I'm like, I'm catching myself. I'm like, I'm playing a lot of older games, and I'm like,
I have no problem playing Arkham Asylum on Switch too. None at all.
No.
It's great. It brings back memories. It's kind of different, The next game I'm actually looking forward to is the Crazy Taxi game.
Oh, dude, it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Crazy Taxi might be my favorite video game all time. Dreamcast. Like I play that game all because it's just. You could just play one or two rounds and boom, boom, in and out. I could play it, drop it. Like sometimes I just don't have the time to play long form game. I just don't.
Right.
That's like on Switch, Mario Kart. Great. I could do a Grand Prix and I'm done. When you reach 40, things become a little bit different. I put in my time. I've been playing. I was playing Halo 2 for hours until 3 a.m. back in the day, bro. I did it. I know the journey. But as you get older, things like Mario Kart, just like in and out, it makes a world of difference. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine that game being huge either. So it's like, I don't need. Like, it just bothers. It's crazy. Like, obviously, Black Ops 7 did not do it for me. I probably played it for 2-3 months and then I was done. And usually Call of Duty is that lasts a whole year. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, gaming's in a weird spot, and it's rare to get a game like Legacy of the Dark Knight that is kind of just copying all these other things, but it doesn't feel cheap at all.
No.
It feels genuine. So
No, it's great. I love it. You love it. We got to get out of here because it's over an hour. Your father's going to kill me. He's got a real short leash when it comes to podcast time. So why don't you plug away, and we're going to end this bad boy.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed what we talked about today, well, one, I'll just say, Pete, thanks for having me, and thank you guys if you listened and enjoyed the show. That means a lot. I did a review of Legacy of the Dark Knight. I kind of went into the video game history of the character as well as the cinematic history and how the game really celebrates it in a great way on my YouTube channel. Just search Ramey review, and you'll be able to find it. But yeah,
it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Thanks,
it.
Brother.
It was honest. I don't see you enough. You're all the way out there in that great state of Texas. I feel like I haven't seen you honestly in 6 years.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
I think it was the Batman party. So
yeah, I'll see you in 28.
Yeah, I hopefully less sooner. I hope we don't have a huge gap between 2 and 3.
At the minimum, 28.
Yeah. No, appreciate you coming on. I'm glad you did this because I've been trying to do this for a while. I'm glad we finally got the time. I appreciate it. If you want to follow me, social media is Pete Illustrated, Straight Outta Gotham, Batman-on-film.com -- Batman Book Club. What else? I got a Spider-Man podcast, Spider-Man Coalition. Check that out. I review Detective Comics for this year website, Batman on Film. And I think that's it. I'm going to toss it over to announcer Rachel because she's not here. She only appears with obviously because they're going to be seen now, so I can't pull her in like he does, and she does the live outro. I can't do that, so we're just going to toss it to her and she's going to take out the shit. All right. Thanks, Rose. Bye.
You've been listening to the original and official podcast of the Batman on Film website. Follow BOF on Threads at the Batman on Film. To keep BOF up and running, go to patreon.com/BatmanOnFilm, or you can buy BOF a beer at buymeacoffee.com/TheRealBatmanOnFilm. For Jett and everyone at BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original, Batman on Film, founded in 1998.